Good morning, people. So I was in the middle of recording a video on the way home last night telling you about some such or another, and ended up that I could not finish recording the video because I was out of storage space on my phone from recording other videos. So I have a Google backup running that's supposed to back up all my stuff to the Google Photos cloud, or my Google Drive, like depending on what it is. And then it's supposed to automatically clear out the space on my phone, and that's not happening. So tons of fun. I ended up trying to do that on my way home instead of finish recording, and that didn't, I don't even know if that finished, so we'll see if we can do a video right now. Anyway, so I'm on my way to work, and I was trying to decide what podcast to listen to on the way to work, and I came across a frustration that I wanted to share with you. So my frustration with the podcast community right now is everything is an issues podcast. You know? Like, okay, literally the only two podcasts that I have found right now that are not about, like, we need to, or this is a huge problem that we need to fix, or like, I don't know, some other type of like social agenda is like, or political agenda is the Hello Happy podcast, which is literally about happy planners, and Planner Girl Chatter, which is about planning, about like the planner community and events going on in the planner community and stuff people are buying and how people are using their stuff and whether or not people are doing dumb stuff. Like, you know, it talks about like the lives of the people that run the podcast and stuff. That shit's hilarious. And Planner Girl Chatter, girls, if you're listening, I fucking love you guys. Also, Hello Happy, Shonda, and Spice, you guys are fucking hilarious, and I love you, and I can't wait till you come out with another episode on Friday. Y'all brighten up my Fridays every week. Planner Girl Chatter, same with Mondays. Cindy, I like your podcast. Most of the time I love listening to it. I can't do the social issue stuff though, because like those are the episodes I can't do, because I just, when I was in my 20s, I was heavy into that stuff, because I was in college. I didn't have kids yet. Well, I had my son when I was 23, but I did not have kids at the time I was into this stuff. It was more like when I graduated high school and got into college age, and then, you know, after I left school and had my son, it was like, you know, I've been using a lot of my mental energy to try to make things better for other people for a long time. And I'm just spent in that area. You know, I just don't care anymore. As callous as that might sound, I can't. I have so much going on in my life other than other people's problems that I have to look out for number one first. And, you know, if that means, you know, that I'm not able to participate, or, you know, I'm not able to like listen to stuff, like, I'm not going to be an activist anymore. I just can't. And honestly, I have so much responsibility in other areas of my life that like being responsible for other people's problems is like not where it's at right now. Like the people whose problems I really have to care about are like Jason, Ajax, me, and Sammy, Shiloh, and Max. Like, I have to put those people and animals first. And after that, I don't have the mental energy or the physical energy left to do anything else. So, I guess that's why I can't always do it, especially because I listen to my podcast either on the way home from work as a way to unwind, or on the way to work as a way to de-stress before I get there. You know, like, otherwise I start thinking about in the morning, like, here's what I got to do when I get there. Like, here's what I got to deal with today. And then if there's something stressful going on at work, or if there's something I'm worried about going on or whatever, it just kind of builds up and builds up and builds up until, you know, when I get to work, I'm like overflowing with anxiety, and then immediately I have to take a coffee break and like calm down, and it's stupid. So I have to have like, I have to do like the fun ones, you know? I have to just like be able to fucking chill, and I can't care about stuff that's not that. And I totally understand, like, you're the opposite, like you don't have that schedule where, so like in my shoes, like I am driving right now actually to a building that has 50 other people in it. Many of those people are people that I technically work for or report to or am responsible for fixing their stuff. I'm also responsible for a team of people, 8 or 9 people, including myself, but when my boss is out of town like he is this week, and you know, if anything goes on, I need to know about it and I need to handle it, because that's what I get paid for. And you know, my job can easily go away in a second because I'm a contractor. So if I'm not doing a good job, if they don't like my work, you know, for example, I'm up for renewal, I think in a week or something, they can just say, yeah, we're not going to renew your contract, and then I'm out of a job with almost zero notice. Like maybe a couple of days notice, maybe not. Maybe they call the morning, you know, in a contract like this, they can call the morning of my recruiter and say, hey, we don't want her to come back today. We'll ship her stuff back to her, or we'll ship her personal stuff to her home address, or if you guys want to pick it up, like the contract company recruiter can go pick it up, or the account manager or somebody. And it can be, you know, knowing that can happen, and that I know people that's happened to, who literally are sitting in the parking lot like that day, like, you are not gonna report to work today, like, never mind, they decided not to hire you, so actually you don't have a job. Or it's happened to me on an interview actually, where it was like, you're supposed to have an interview in 15 minutes and you show up early, obviously, because you want to make a good impression, and then you're sitting in the lobby, and then, you know, it gets to be 5 minutes before the interview time, so you go up to the front desk, you introduce yourself, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm here for an interview with this department or this person, and I'm from this recruit or contract company. And then, you know, they can come out and say, oh, we're sorry, they've actually already found somebody and we're going to cancel the interview, or they've decided not to fill the position, so we actually aren't going to be interviewing you today, and they can just turn you away like that. With no notice, you know, you've already spent your time in gas money or bus money, whatever, getting down there and paying for parking and whatever, and you're out the money, which is pretty harsh when it happened to me. Luckily, I had a monthly bus pass at the time, but if it was one of those weeks where it was getting really tight and it was like, dude, I needed that money for groceries, like that $3 would have made a huge difference, because it's $3 each way in this city at rush hour time. Like, that's $6, man. That's like 3 loaves of bread right there. Like, that could have made a huge difference in my grocery budget. Like, that's 3 dinners. It's like 4 boxes of mac and cheese and a few bags of like frozen broccoli. Like, I really needed that this week, and I spent my money, you know, getting down here, and then you guys canceled on me, you know. It's that kind of industry, unfortunately, that I work in. And my current boss is great. My current job is going great, but with all these things in the back of your mind, you know, you just gotta chill on the way to work. And so, like, the episodes that I love to listen to are the ones that are fun and, like, interviewing somebody fun. Like, I loved when the interview with Emily, God, I can't think of her last name, but she's got the online company that does like, started out with greeting cards, and I think she does mugs and like pencil pouches and stuff now. And it was like greeting cards for your actual life, not like the Hallmark shit that you see in the stores that like in no way relates to anybody, like not a conversation you would ever have with that person in your real life, like made for your actual life relationships. I hope you know who I'm talking about, because I really love that interview. I might go back and listen to it again, actually, just to refamiliarize myself with who it is so I can order something from her shop. But so that's the kind of podcast I'm listening to right now. I also stream YouTube sometimes, and I don't watch it. I just like set it down. Like I'll put my phone like upside down. Like I'll show you. Like here's where my coffee goes. I'll just set my phone like maybe I could show you like this in here when it's plugged in. And that way I can listen to a YouTube video, because it goes through my car speakers. It hooks up with Bluetooth, and so it'll go through the car speakers and I can just listen to it. So that's how I watch your videos most of the time, actually. I don't know if you know that. My favorite groomer, Dee Dee, if you're out there, girl, I love listening to you groom when I'm in the car. It is so hilarious sometimes, because especially when you're live. I don't know if you know that I've done that a few times, and I'm like trying to participate in the chat, and I'm like putting myself on the speakerphone and like talking to the phone, and it has no idea what I'm trying to tell it, and so it says all kinds of weird shit in the chat, and I am so sorry that happens and confuses everyone, but it's so much fun. Like it was like the one morning we were doing the Pomeranian. I don't know if you remember this, and it was the lady who, her dog was so matted that you were like, I do not even think I'm gonna do this today. Like, I am not dematting this dog. There's no way. Like, it's gonna be a shave down, and I don't even know if it's gonna be that, because I don't even know if I can do this at all. Like, you were so stressed out about it, you had to like take a minute off camera and think about it. Do you remember that? It was only like 3 weeks ago, maybe. I think the lady ended up calling her, and you were like, okay, either the dog can come home and stay with me overnight, and I will demat it like throughout the day when I get time, and then I'll take my time when I get home and do it and bring him back. You can pick him up in the morning, or I'll shave him down, or you can pick him up and take him home. Like, I think that's what you wanted to tell her, and then I had to turn off the feed because I had pulled into the parking lot at work, and I had to go in, and then something happened, and then you ended up dematting her anyway with the lady. Do you remember that? Like, the lady came in, and I remember this one part there, she had like a mat on her leg, and the owner was like trying to groom her, and she was like, girl, I got this leg done. Do I need to move on, or what should I do next? And you're like, there's a mat there. Like, what are you doing? You're like, there's a mat there, you need to get out. Like, the comb won't even go through it. And she's like, oh, there's a mat? And I was like, are you serious right now? Yes, there's a mat. Like, check your work, girl. Like, use the comb. You have one job. You know what I mean? That was so funny. But that was like my favorite day, honestly. So, I forget what else I was going to say. I actually just pulled in the parking lot at work right now. So, I'm going to let y'all go. But, maybe knowing about what people like in the podcast world will help you guys. I don't know. Maybe for people that like work stressful jobs, this will help out. I don't know. I work IT. Information technology, which is like when stuff goes down at work and you can't use it, and they're like, sorry, the system's down, we're working on it. I'm the person working on it. So be nice to your people working on stuff like that, okay? Be nice. And don't call them every 5 minutes for an update, please. Let them actually work, because guess what? If you're calling every 5 minutes for an update, I can guarantee so are 10 other people. And then guess what that person's doing? Picking up their phone and talking to people and not working on the problem. And so nothing's getting done. See what I mean? Okay. I'm glad we're at an understanding with that. Anyway, I gotta go manage this team and make sure nothing's blown up. So I love you guys. Talk at you later, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.